And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They run it with Carson. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
They open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
For the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Griffin there on the tackle.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 53-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
Wilson's pass.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26
There's simply no
yards.
sense in wasting a great catch like that
First down.
on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
First down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
18-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Makes the score.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less than a field goal attempt for him.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now Murray off play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will stop right around the 25.
By the Seahawks.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
The 25-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. 3. So it's a 2nd missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well. Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens, because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score. Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal. Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Murray again. Off to Geis on the screen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
On the Seahawks 40.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 20.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Watch the twist.
Murray now on 1st down. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll turn to Geis to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
White, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Carson.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
And the Seahawks
still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
Philip Dorsett. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff team on this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Able to find Isabella, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's got Lockett. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dorsett's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. You got this slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
The 50-yard line.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will,